Welcome back to Basic General Knowledge Voice Podcast. Let's dive into some fascinating geography facts today.
Hey Scott, did you know that our Earth isn't actually a perfect sphere? It's more like a slightly squished ball.
That's interesting, Rachel. How so?
Well, it's called an oblate spheroid. Basically, Earth is a bit flattened at the poles and bulges around the equator due to its rotation. Think of it like spinning a ball of pizza dough. It gets wider in the middle.
Oh, that makes sense. And speaking of the equator, that's the imaginary line that divides Earth into northern and southern hemispheres, right?
Exactly. And there's also the prime meridian, which runs through Greenwich, England. It divides Earth into eastern and western hemispheres. Together with the equator, they create our global coordinate system.
And don't forget about the tropics. The Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn at 23.5 degrees north and south. That's where the sun hits directly overhead during solstices.
You know what's really mind-blowing? The extremes on our planet, like Mount Everest being the highest point at 29,029 feet, while the Dead Sea is the lowest at 1,411 feet below sea level.
And speaking of extremes, the Sahara Desert is the world's largest hot desert at 9.2 million square kilometers, while the Amazon rainforest is the largest tropical rainforest.
It's amazing how diverse our planet is. Did you know Lake Baikal in Russia is both the oldest and deepest freshwater lake in the world?
Yeah, it reaches depths of over 5,300 feet. And then we have the Nile River, the longest river in the world, stretching over 4,100 miles through northeastern Africa.
The way these features affect our climate is fascinating too, like how the Pacific Ring of Fire creates this belt of volcanic activity and earthquakes around the Pacific Ocean.
Right. And ocean currents like the Gulf Stream have huge effects on weather patterns. They're like massive rivers flowing through our oceans.
What really gets me is how all these features work together, like how the Himalayas affect weather patterns in Asia, or how the Amazon basin acts as Earth's lungs.
Absolutely. And humans have adapted to all these different environments. We've built things like the Panama Canal and Suez Canal to make navigation easier between oceans.
That's true. We've really learned to work with Earth's geography, though sometimes we haven't been so careful, like with issues like desertification and global warming.
Yeah, it's crucial that we understand these geographic features and processes so we can better protect them for future generations.
Definitely. Well, that's all we have time for today. Please follow for more interesting general knowledge videos.